Fabulous. Okay, so onto your backs. Bend your knees and plant your feet to the floor. And then just rest your hands onto your belly. Draw the shoulders back. And try and sink your elbows down into the ground. So elbows, shoulders, lower back. Slightly tuck the tailbone so that more of the lower back pushes down into the ground. And pull the waist in. Allow the belly to rise as you inhale. And as you exhale, pull the navel back in again. Inhale, find that expansion. Exhale, draw in. 4 more breaths, big one. And exhale. All the way in. And all the way out. Breathe in. And breathe out, and just take an extra breath while someone joins us. And then from there, rest your arms down by the side, pulling navel to spine, tuck the tailbone under. Hardly missed anything, Katie. Roll up through the spine, driving your hips up. So you have this line from your shoulders to your hips, to your knees. Squeeze the glutes, engage, and then reach the arms all the way up overhead and hold them just off the floor. Take a big breath there. And then as you exhale, lower the spine and lower the arms. So make those two movements combine. Rolling down to the hips. Relax at the bottom of that movement. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the arms back up, all the way overhead. Inhale, pause at the top. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale as you relax at the bottom. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the arms. Inhale at the top of that movement. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale as you relax. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, roll the spine up off the floor. Inhale, hold that movement at the top. And exhale, roll it back down. This time, leave your hands down on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, just reach the hips up towards the sky. And then whilst you're there, rise onto the balls of your feet. Maybe walk the feet in a little closer. Push down into the balls of the feet. Really squeeze and engage through the glutes. Try and keep the shoulders drawing down, open across the chest. Lower halfway. And then push the hips back up. Engage at the top. Lower halfway. Engage at the top. Go for 10. Lift the hips. 9. Lift. 8. So keep the waist pulling in. Try and keep the knees stretching away from you. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Slow and controlled. Engage at the top. 2. And 1. Hold. Rest the heels. So keep lifting the hips, but the heels now push down. Really push into the heels. Squeeze the glutes. Feel the back of the legs working. 10. 9. Really squeeze the buttocks, the back of the hips. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And then 1. Roll the spine down, really nice and slow. Bring the knees into the chest. Give a gentle rock from side to side. Lift both legs up towards the sky. And then just hold the backs of the thighs. Pull the legs in. Try and keep the head relaxed down onto the ground. Toes pull back towards the face. Try stretching through the calves. And then bend the knees to a tabletop position. Take the hands to the back of the head. Look up and in towards the waist. Shins stay parallel to the floor. Feet go out as the knees stay in. Feet go together, knees go out. So alternating the connecting point and the open point. Open, switch, switch. So your knees open, close, feet open. Go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Slowly release the feet down to the floor, arms down by the side. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Wriggle your feet together so your big toe knuckles touch and your inner heels touch. Lift your hips up towards the sky. So feet are together, knees are together. So it's quite an effort to squeeze the knees together, and then open the knees as wide as you can, squeezing the glutes. Close the knees. Open the knees as wide as you can, squeezing the glutes. Close and open. Close and open. Keep the hips lifted. 6, 5, 4, 3. Nice and slow with control. Don't lose the height of the hips. 2, 1. And then slowly roll that down. Grab your ball. If you have a ball, you're going to step the right foot on the ball. If you don't have a ball, just have your right foot on your tiptoes. So you're just kind of, I'll lift my left leg so you can see you've just got a light touch of the toes to the floor. So your right foot is on the ball, nice and light. Push down into the left foot, lift, and try and lift both hips the same amount. Slowly lower that back down. Drive both hips up. Trying not to push down through that right leg. Drive all the way up. So it's that left leg that's really working. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower. Just switch your ball over to the other side. Or your tiptoes. So push into the right foot, lift. And it might feel like you can hardly lift when you're just pushing into one foot in comparison to when you use 2. That's okay, that's perfectly normal. 3. Think about both hips lifting as high as one another. 4, 5. Going to 8, 6, 7, 8. Slowly lower it down. Lift yourself up to a seat. Have your feet together. If you have a ball, it can go just in between the thighs. If you don't have a ball, you're just going to squeeze the knees together. Reach the arms out in front of you. Big toe knuckles touch, inner ankles touch. Inhale, nice and tall. Lift through the spine. Exhale, pull the waist in, round. Hold it there. Inhale, open the arms out wide without moving the torso. Exhale, bring the hands back. Inhale, lift. So if I go this way so you can see, I'm going to go inhale, tall. Exhale, round the spine down. Inhale, open the arms out wide. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, pull the waist in, roll back. Inhale, take the arms out. Exhale, close that gap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull the waist in. Inhale, take the arms out. Exhale, bring it back. So you're either squeezing the knees or the ball. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, lift. On the next one, we're going to stay down. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, close, leave it there. Flip the palms so they face down. Inhale, right arm back. Exhale, bring it down. Pull the waist in. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, bring it down. So nice and slow. Lean further back for more challenge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 4. And lower. 3. And lower. 2. And lower. Last one. And lower. Rise up, hold your knees, just lift yourself up, take that ball out, soles of the feet together, knees out wide, and just fold forward so you get a stretch through the inner thighs. Breathe here for 3, 2, and then 1. Roll back up to a seat, close the gap between the knees, lie back to the floor, shins parallel, hands to the back of the head, lift the head, neck, shoulders, so you're looking into the waist and really trying to pull down and in. Right toes tap, bring it back, left and back. Go really slow, right and left. If your lower back lifts or there's clicks or movement, just don't go so far down with the toes. Lower and lower. So you could maybe just go halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the knees where they are. Just rest the head back for a moment. Take a big breath in. Oh, someone's coming in. And a big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Okay, and then lift yourself back up. We're alternating. Kinga, we started at 1/4 past, sorry, but you're very welcome to join in. So you're going right elbow to left knee, twist. And then twist. Twist. Nice and slow. And almost when you get there, there's a pause. 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 Go for 8, 7, 6. Keep the shoulders lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a big breath. And exhale. Rock yourself up to a seat. Today is going to be very abdominally. Grab your circle if you have one. If you don't have one, I'll give you an option. So just kneeling to start with, and just interlace your hands behind your back, open across your chest, take a big stretch. Exhale. Okay. And then if you have a circle, so you're going to take your left leg out to the side and it's all the way out, so don't let it fall in. Take it right out. If you have a circle, you're going to place the pad of the circle halfway on your thigh. Your elbow comes on the pad, hands to the side of the head. Try and squeeze down, so I'm shortening that left side of my waist. And then you slowly just let it come back. So you squeeze down and slowly let it come back. If you don't have a circle, it's not quite as intense, but just go down, squeeze, find that side bend, and then lift back up. I'm going for 10, 9, 8. So think about shortening and then lengthening, shortening, and then lengthening. If you find it too hard, you might want to move the pad slightly further away, because otherwise it can move around a little bit. And it just depends really on the length of your thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release the circle, but that left leg stays out to the side. You just simply straighten the left leg. Reach the arms up to the sky. Now lean over to your right. So that same side we worked, we're lengthening. So you're stretching that left side waist and then shortening to bring it back up. Lengthening, lean over, shortening to bring it back up. 6. And lift back up. 5. And lift. 4, and lift. So find that length and then shorten to come back up. 2, and lift. Last one, hold. Reach your arms further away. So really try and lengthen a bit more through that left side. And then bring back up. Swap the knees over. Take your right leg out. Grab your circle if you have one. And place your elbow on the circle. So it's not as big a movement as that long one we just did. You're squeezing. Think about shortening that right side. And then you release. Shorten and release. So just a tiny shorten and release. Shorten and release. Go for 8 and release. 7. Try not to let that left shoulder come forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that circle out. Extend and stretch the right leg. Reach the arms up to the sky. Lean over to your left. So you really stretch and lengthen that right side. Pull yourself back up using the waist. So as you go down, it's this idea of lengthening. And then as you come back up, there's a shortening. So we lengthen and then shorten. 6. Bring it back. 5. Bring it back. Just a nice steady count for yourself. So if your count is slightly different than mine, don't worry. 3. Bring it back. 2. Bring it back. Last one, hold. Reach further away. Pull the waist in. Stretch, particularly those right fingertips. And then lift back up. Both hands down, both knees down, or 4s. And just take a cat-cow. So open the chest and then arch and round. Open the chest. And then arch and round. One more breath. And then exhale. Neutral position through the spine. So crown of the head reaches forwards. Tailbone stretches back. Take your right toes back. Big toe to tap the floor. Inhale, lift until the leg is in line with the body, parallel to the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. There's a slight pause at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, slight pause. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Waist in. Exhale, lower. 6, 5. Keep the navel pulling to spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it back there, really stretching the right toes away from you. And then just tiny little pulses, so an inch or 2 of movement. Pull the waist in. It's coming from the back of the right hip. Relax the foot slightly as you're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there, about the size of your Pilates circle. Start to draw circles. 9, 8, coming from that right hip. 7, 6, 5. Keep the waist pulling in. 4, 3, 2. Try not to lose the height of the circles. 1, pause. Other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Come down to your left elbow and let your left arm cut across the mat. So the elbow and the forearm is parallel to the top of the mat. Turn the right hip so it slightly opens to the right side of the room. So instead of facing down to the floor, open the right hip to face over to the right. Lower, only lower halfway, and lift up. At the top, there's a pause. Lower. And then at the top, hold and pause. Lower. At the top, hold and pause. If it's easy, you can be on your right fingertips. Help you maybe open that right hip slightly to the right-hand side. Lower. Pause at the top, 5. Lower. Pause at the top, 4. Lower. Hold at the top, 3. Lower. Hold at the top, 2. Lower. Hold at the top, 1. Reach away with that right foot. Hold it there, 10. 9. Try and lift it a little higher, 8. 7. 6. 5. Don't hold the breath, 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring that right knee all the way down. Rise to both hands. Tuck both toes and just stretch back into downward facing dog and have a good move around through the feet, bending both knees. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Rest to the knees and the hands. Pull the waist in, half push-ups, but just make sure that when you go down, your elbows don't fly out to the side. Try and keep your elbows so they go back towards the body, so you go further forwards. Push the ground away. Keep the waist pulling in, lower down. Push the ground away. Lower down. Push the ground away. Last one. And push. Hold all fours. Take a big breath. And exhale. Pull in through the waist. Lengthen forwards through the crown of the head. Take your left toes back. Toes tap the floor. So you lift. And at first we just go so you're parallel to the floor. We hold. And then lower. So there's a lift, a slight pause. And lower. Waist draws in. Lift. Pause. Lower. Lift. Pause. Lower. Lift. Pause. Lower. Go for 6. Coming from that left hip, 5. Waist in, 4. 3. Push into both hands, 2. 1. At the top there, pulse. Tiny little movements. So maybe just an inch or 2. Holding at the top, so try not to let it get further down. You want to keep it at the top of the movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 circles in each direction. 1, 2, 3. And again, try not to let those circles get lower. Try and keep them so that when you come to the top of the circle, you're at the top of the movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lower to your right elbow so it cuts across your mat. And then instead of that left hip facing down, you're pulling that left hip open to the left side. Fingertips or hand flat. Lower. Lift to the top and hold. So it's that left hip that holds it at the top. Lower. Left hip holds. Lower. Left hip holds. Lower. Hold. So there's this pause at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're lifting to the top and holding. Try and lift it higher. 10, 9, 8. Think about squeezing that left glute if you can't feel it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest both knees. Rise to both hands. Tuck the toes, stretch back into downward facing dog, and just take a moment to let that stretch out. Relax the head. Maybe shake the head from side to side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sorry, I'm wearing dangly earrings, so I don't know if I did that. It just like batted against the microphone on my AirPods. Okay, walk your feet in. And then if you have a ball, grab it and place it between your ankles. If you don't, squeeze your toes and your inner ankles together. Let the body fold. They're in this relaxed fold. Now pull in through the waist and round up through the spine. Pull in, squeeze that ball or squeeze the ankles. Slowly roll up to standing. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, back down by the side. And then chin into chest, round forwards. Slowly coming down. Waist pulls in. Knees can be a little bit bent. That's fine. Let the spine roll forwards. Pulling in through the waist. 2 more times. Slowly round and roll up. Pulling in. Pushing down into the feet. Engaging up through the ankles, the inner thighs, all the way to the pelvis. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take the arms down. And slowly round through the spine. And all the way down. And then last one. Roll up. We're staying up on this one. So you're rounding, pulling the waist in. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, bring the arms back down by the side and bring them to the hips. So if you have that ball, keep it there so you can squeeze against the ball. If you don't, you've just got the big toe knuckles and the inner ankles touching. Rise up as you squeeze that ball onto the balls of the feet. And then slowly lower down. As you do that, I want you to think about squeezing all the way up from the ankles to the knees to the pelvis. And lower down. Rise for 5. Lower. 4. Lower. 3. Lower. Really squeezing inner thighs engaged. 2. Last one. Lower. Just soften the knees. Fold all the way forwards. Take that ball out to the side. Come down to all fours. And come and lie on your right hand side. So right arm stretches out. Rest the head down. Shins are parallel to the front of your mat. So straight line down through the shins. 90 degrees. The back of the knees and the hips. Take your left hand to the left hip and try and push the left hip away so that if you then take your left fingers, there's a bit of space beneath the right side waist. And then that left hand can rest in front of you on the floor. Lift the top leg. Shin is parallel to the bottom leg. And lower, lowering the foot and the knee at the same time. So lift and lower. Try not to rock that top hip back. Lift and lower. Nice and slow. Lift and lower. Lift And lower. Keep the waist pulling in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted. Keep the bottom leg where it is. That top leg now, kick towards the base of your yoga mat. So kick away so the leg goes long. So it runs in line with the spine all the way down to the base of the mat. Toes pull back towards you and then turn the toes up towards the ceiling. So you're again slightly externally rotating that left hip. Now slightly relax the foot. Lower the left leg and lift. Lower and lift. So try and keep the ankle relaxed. All that movement's coming from the left hip. 6, 5. Don't let it touch the floor, but you do want to take it lower than your left hip. So it goes into abduction and then there's more effort to lift it out to the side. 4, 3. So as we lower, it almost goes past the midline of the body. 2, 1. Now hold that up there. Pull the toes back towards you. Pivot from that left hip. Drive it forwards. And take it back. So you should feel that now. Bring it forwards. And take it back. Slight bend in the knee is fine. Don't worry about holding it straight. Forwards. And back. 3. And back. 2. And back. Last one, hold it forwards, bend and rest. So both knees are on top of one another. And then we're lifting. We go knee tap, toe tap, knee tap, toe tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Ooh, lie onto your back and bring that left knee into your chest. So just rock that left knee side to side. And then take your left arm out to the side with your right hand. Pull that left knee all the way over. That should be quite a strong stretch through the left hip. Hold that for 5. Nice deep breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center and just lift yourself all the way up into a seated position. I'm just going to do an abdominal exercise in between those two. Otherwise, you'll really feel that left hip when you lie down. So if you have a ball, take it and squeeze it between your ankles. If you don't have a ball, then don't worry, just squeeze your ankles together. So there's some engagement from the ball all the way up to the pelvis. Reach the arms out. Inhale, lift. Straight spine. Exhale, round down, just to this place where you can hold and pull in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull the waist in and round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Squeeze that ball. Only 3 more with the ball. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Pull inner thighs, navel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Last one with the ball. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Now just take that ball out. Squeeze your legs together. Point your toes. Inhale, lift. And now you don't have the resistance of the ball, so maybe you can go further down. Inhale, lift. You might need to use some momentum to come back up. Exhale, pull the waist in, round down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull the waist in round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and hold. Wherever you are, lift the right leg. Slowly lower. Lift the left leg. Slowly lower. 2 more each side. Right and lower. Maybe go a little further back. Left and lower. Right and lower. Left and lower. Lift yourself all the way up. Just cross the legs. Hold on to the front of the knees. Lift your chest, open through the front of the body. And then exhale, arch and round. And then come and lie on your left-hand side. So last stint on your left. So reach the left arm out, relax the left side body down. Knees are bent, so 90 degrees between the belly and the thighs, 90 degrees at the backs of the knees. Make sure there's a little gap underneath that left side waist. And we start by lifting the top leg and then lowering. Foot and knee lift at the same time and they lower at the same time. Lift at the same time and lower. Lift and lower. 5. Pull the waist in. 4, don't rush the movements. 3, 2, 1. Now hold that leg up, kick to the base of your mat, so lengthen that right leg. Turn the hip so it slightly faces the ceiling, so toes up to the ceiling, and then lower and lift. So the leg is externally rotated very slightly, lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. 4, 6, lift. 5, lift, keep going. 4, lift. This is your last stint. Someone slow down. I can see a leg going very fast. 2, 1, hold it up. Pivot from that right hip. Bring the leg forwards. Drive the leg back. Keep it that high. Bring it forwards. Drive it back. 5. Drive it back. Keep it high. 4. Drive. 3. I know it's horrible. 2. There's no other word for it. 1. And back. Rest the knees together. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then you're going to lift. Don't even dare do it. You're going to lift that top leg. Knee tap, toe tap, slow. Douche. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I don't know if it's just me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. That was a poor last one on my behalf. Lie onto your back. Bring that right knee in. And just give that a rock from side to side. Just mobilizing that hip. And then we're taking right arm out with the left hand, bringing the knee across the body. So you get that full twist through the right hip. And we're there for 5 breaths. Really open through that right side waist. 3. Breathe. 2. And 1. Okay, slowly come over to all fours. Hands and knees. Then tuck your toes. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Relax the weight of the head. Push into the hands. Lift the hips nice and high. And then walk your feet in towards your hands, bend the knees nice and soft, and fold forwards, wrap the arms behind the shins, behind the knees, and try and pull yourself in. Then relax the arms down to the ground and slowly round all the way up. Pull the waist in. Stand tall. Big breath, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands into prayer heart center. And just thank yourself for working so hard. Well done, good effort.